Shalom, Rainicorns. It's Ellie, the Empress here. So, y'all already know it has been a minute, and I'm not back for the reasons y'all. I'm back for a particular thing. So, y'all know that we have memberships here on this channel, and so because of YouTube's terms and conditions, I do have to interact with the platform a certain type of way for the members portion to still be active. So that's why we have public videos going on right now. Because y'all already know, I already said I'm not making more content after 2024. Like 2025, this stuff right here is just to keep the memberships active. And so it will still be informative because it's public information, public videos. At the same time, priority is for the members who are here on the channel. I just want that to be clear, first of all. And I will share information about, not so much like where I've been, because that ain't none of your business. More so, like the topic says, why 2025 was the year of the reset. Tierra Two Crowns said, "It's so nice to see you. Peace, goddess. How are you doing?" Shalom. Sean here says, "I see you in a minute." Absolutely, absolutely. It was very intentional for me to not be here all 2025 and never again. We're just going to be doing live streams for the members who are here active on the channel. Other than that, y'all will not see me. Now, will I be active on my other social medias now? I will, because I took a whole year off. It's like an entire year off, roughly 11 months. But like I said, YouTube policy. So the piece that I have gained over the past 11 months is unmatched, and I will not let anything or anybody ruin that at all. So with that being said, why 2025 was the reset? I hadn't been on socials, but with my access to news, there's been quite a bit to happen this whole year. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't really have to speak much about why 2025 was the reset. At the same time, I am going to put it into more of a spiritual perspective for anyone who, of course, is looking at the physical actions, but is not quite understanding the more esoteric and more astral aspect of things. As Sean here said, "Glad to see you doing well. Much gratitude, much gratitude." What is this here? Oh, okay, okay. All right. And with all of that, right? 2025 has been quite an amazing year for me, honestly, and for those who have been doing what's necessary. So, what do I mean by doing what's necessary? Those who have been doing what is necessary understand that something such as, taking a break from whatever a thing is. So, if you took a break from family who are the healthiest people to be around, if you took a break or quit a job that was not feeding you and making you feel fulfilled as an individual in your career, friends, if friends have either fallen off, if you gained new friends, whatever has made your life better as far as getting rid of something in order to gain something else. So if you were in a relationship that wasn't good for you, things of that nature. And part of my personal transition, because I'm speaking from experience in order to be an example to speak with you all, I took my time off social media. So when you are talking about a content creator, depending on what type of content creator they are, I'm very authentic and I'm very transparent with you all. I do have monetized platforms. So what would it interest me to take a break from money? I don't do this for finances. That's the difference between myself and some other types of content creators. Is what they do bad? No, not necessarily. At the same time, when it comes to someone's mental health, when it comes to even spirituality specifically, a lot of y'all know my story and things I had to deal with this particular platform and others. When you're talking about um, time utilization, how much time someone is using, how things are affecting their family life, how things are affecting communication, like even being on social media, whether you're a content creator or not, it affects the way you communicate with people. And so I took time away from my platforms in order to do very, very serious things. And I will show you guys one of the serious things real quick. I am enjoying this new update that YouTube has. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let me put this here. Tab. How do I do it? Want to make sure I do it right. All right. And so this is one of the important things that I've done this year. Okay. So as you can see, the dates are from last year, of course. At the same time, the information that has been shared on here has been worked on throughout the entire year of 2025 because we have a lot of important things going on. So if you're viewing on Instagram, it's best for you to come to YouTube. All the information is in the description box. I'm not really on YouTube. You can see my screen. I'm currently sharing my screen right now. Okay. So we're going over what has been going uh, on my screen. Okay. And so when you're talking about topics like innovating the educational future, connection in the heavens while existing on earth, and holistic living in the current age of enlightenment and educational infrastructural. Um, I think then I forgot exactly what the next word would be. So, if you want more information, ladies, you guys can get more information on this. You can send me a DM here on Instagram, or you can go directly to this website and it'll answer really all your questions that you may have. And you can sign up to earn income through my collaborative work here on this site. But that's what has been going on over the past year, these actual topics being enacted in real life. And so, what was happening when or before I left social media, I was letting everyone know you have to apply your spirituality to your real life. Your spiritual journey is not here on this screen. Okay. I am not your spiritual journey. Nobody else is your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey is your spiritual journey. So you must take it off of a screen. And whether that's doing something for your community, look, everybody want to talk shit about getting jobs. Listen, I love me a librarian. Okay, librarians are the most adorable people on the entire planet. If you're spiritual and you want to be a librarian, I highly recommend doing that. Okay, I started a blog and I'm an author of multiple books. Okay, I published my second work, which you guys will be able to pre-order. Let me actually get that up as well so you guys can see the information in a second. But you guys will be able to pre-order my book because the whole purpose of everything is to be in real life. You don't want your spiritual journey to be you on a screen, whether you're posting stuff or oh, I'm sorry, this is a different computer. I'll usually use this brand of computer. It's new for me. Um, you don't want to be wrapped up with whatever's going on your screen in order to justify what's happening in your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey needs to be off of a screen. And so that comes to things like your job, things like how you communicate with people in your community, whether that is your family, people you're directly related to, or that is people who you meet with the work that you're doing. So I got involved in archival work, which I'm very excited to talk about. And we're just going to go over, like I said, some of the stuff I've been doing over the past year, along with the information that is for free for you guys to know about and things to look forward to in the very, very near future. Okay. It's black. Were y'all able to see my screen at all? I hope so. Tiara said it was black. Um, it's Marduk bit. Hey, it's Marduk bit. Hey, long time no see. Goddess, how you been? I've been fantastic. How are you? Thorough Breed 777. Where you been, Missy? I shall let you know. I'm about to show you guys. Um, Is Mardu says she not lying. No, period. Okay, y'all weren't able to see my screen? That's not good. Hold on, let me see some. Let me see some real quick. See if I was able to see it. Because that's not good. You guys need to be able to see the screen. No, like I said, YouTube has a brand new setup, and so I'm just now learning how to use it. I probably didn't do my settings right. If anything, we'll get it done. I'll just show y'all a different way. Okay. Um, but yeah, over the past year, I've been involved in archival work, um, activism in a very direct way, which you guys will be able to utilize those resources as far as, being a Black American. It's not as if someone who is not a Black American will be able to benefit from my platform. At the same time, I do make content and post information to assist Black Americans because of the specific type of plight we have in this country. And I'm Black and I'm an American. So, I'm going to help those who I can be an example for. I can't speak on those who are Asian, who are Hispanic, Australian, European. I don't know exactly what it is you deal with. I can assist where I can. As far as when you come across African American, well, Black Americans, we're indigenous, so we're really not from Africa. If you want to know who an African American is, look at Elon Musk. He's an actual African American. We're not. That man's directly from Africa. A lot of us who would be considered African Americans haven't been to Africa in generations, in centuries. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's an African American. We're not African Americans. We are Black Americans, Sulani, indigenous. We have a whole bunch of different names other than African. Okay. We are American, though. So, if anything, you can straight up call us Americans. Oh, dang. Okay. The screen is black. That's unfortunate. Okay. But y'all bear with me because I am going to get this to work with you guys. So my screen was messed up. Thank you so much, Tiara. Okay. It came up later. Dang, that's crazy. I couldn't see nothing until the very end. That's unfortunate. But we're gonna get it to work. Okay, let me see if I can show y'all again. Okay. Can y'all see that? I want to make sure y'all can see. Because we don't need any more technical difficulties. But it is okay. Like I said, it's a whole new setup. Okay, you can't see it. All right. Dang it. Okay. I appreciate y'all saying something. That is insane because they got it so I can see it, but y'all can't see it. Why is it keeps doing that? Every time I'm about to click off, it shows you. That's bogus. It's bogus, YouTube. But we'll figure it out, you guys. Okay. So for my Black Americans here, a very, very important aspect to understand is that they said okay, well, I have to log in a different way. So can I do it like this? All right. So how can we be assisted the best? The best way for all of us to be assisted is to know and understand who we are as people. And I'm not here to be redundant and be like, oh, we need land. We're going to get land. And don't mind if the screen goes black. I'm testing this out still. I'm still going to talk to you because I don't want the whole thing to be me just talking about the technical difficulties. But it's like we need to know who we are as a people. And the unfortunate truth is that a lot of us will not know directly who we are. At the same time, as far as like names and specific origins and stuff like that, at the same time, you can know who you are up until the ending of slavery, because a lot of people do not even know that much. Who are you up until the ending of slavery? So we're talking the Emancipation Proclamation. Who are your people when that happened? You know, do you know who was registered to vote? Do you know who had an education? Do you know who was literate and given the opportunity to make a better life for themselves? Are you aware of that information, or are you completely in the dark? That's what you have to consider when understanding things like lineage and who you're connecting to, who are your ancestors. Because it's like, oh, peace to the ancestors, and oh, all gratitude to my ancestors and ancestor veneration. It's all these fun words until you start diving into who it is that you're venerating, giving honor to, communicating with, and what it is you're uncovering. All right. When Wortman joined Trillionaire Entities, much gratitude, much gratitude. What's up, Win? Okay. Yeah, okay. Wasn't able to see. Thoro and Bree said, glad you're okay. Marduk said, I'm glad to hear that you are truly, and I definitely been getting myself together. That's great. Great to hear that. LOL, talk that talk. You definitely a true definition of a goddess. Oh, gratitude. I appreciate you so much. I really do. Appreciate the likes. I ain't even peep. We got 8 viewers and 6 likes. Appreciate y'all so much. Also, if you're viewing on Instagram, make sure you head over to YouTube, okay? Win said, what up? How you been? I'm trying to show you guys what has been going on. However, you know, my screen is being weird. But that is okay. So what I can do is, of course, I can show y'all on my phone. You know, it's gonna be a little ghetto. That's okay. Or I'll use my other laptop right here. That guy. I'll use my other laptop so y'all can at least see the structure of what I'm talking about, because I don't want y'all to just like, you know what I'm saying, have this obscure vision of what I'm talking about. All right, let me open up a new window. Okay, so doing things like genealogy, right? Understanding how important it is for the Black person to do genealogy, because it's like, oh, we're stuck in the matrix, and oh, it's the system, and all these things. The only reason that any of those things are true is because the power is in the hands of those who have the knowledge and information. So when you intentionally gain knowledge and information of self, because self is more important than anything physically in this realm, okay? So we can have our spiritual experiences, we can have our connection to God, we can have our connection with the Most High. But when it comes down to the physical realm, knowing yourself is more important than anything or anybody. Okay, you can't be a parent, you can't be a spouse, you can't be a friend, you can't do anything unless you know yourself. That's on period. If anybody wants to argue with me with that, go ahead, leave a comment, let me know if I'm wrong. Who are you now currently, and who were you before? Because a lot of our relatives and our ancestors are those who we were previously incarnated as. Hey, everybody on Instagram, make sure you go over to YouTube. The information is in the pinned comment, because I'm not replying to any comments here on Instagram. I'm only replying to comments on YouTube, okay? I'm streaming on both YouTube and Instagram. So if you want me to reply to your comment, make sure you head over to YouTube, all right? So this whole concept of how do you break out of the matrix, and like all these terms that people like to throw around, it doesn't matter until you actually apply it to your physical life. So how do you apply it to your physical life? Know yourself. Who do you come from? Why do you come from them? How did those people interact with this country? Okay. All right, I got this information up for y'all now. I'll have to show you on my other laptop how it's moving. Okay. All right. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay. So, guys, since they won't let me share my screen, I will show you guys. It's going to be flipped backward. But here is the information that is on my family website, okay? And I'll read you guys this information and I'll explain to you why it's important, okay? And this is what I've been doing all year, okay? Like, it's like, oh, where have you been? I have been having the time of my life, okay? Like, I've been being a spiritual person in real life and being recognized for it. My family was on WKNO, and we have two universities doing the work with us as far as understanding um, the story behind my storyline and my bloodline. So honestly, that's why I said my peace is way more important than anything, and this has been my peace. Okay, y'all may recognize some people from Instagram on here. I have been being around people in real life, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, anybody on Instagram, y'all come over to YouTube if you want me to reply to comments because I really can't manage both. I got 5 devices right now. I got this laptop, I'm streaming on this laptop, got Instagram on one phone, and I got YouTube's on the other. Just please come to YouTube so I can reply to your comments. But yes, this is what's been going on this year. So, like I said, I get to be spiritual in real life. I'm meditating and laying down herbs on a grave site. This is what you're supposed to use graveyard magic for, okay? This is the ethical ways to use the arts, all right? Ethical ways to use graveyard magic, ethical ways to do the magical things that we have been learning about over the past couple of years, things that I have shared publicly, things that I have, kept private, but sometimes I will share some things for the members here on the channel. So if you would like a membership for those exclusive pieces of knowledge, things are already there, and memberships start at 99 cents a month. So I'm not going to do nothing crazy. The higher prices do come with the blog, and I'll talk about the blog in a moment. But I'm going to read this here first. All right, this is my bio page on my family's website. And so the reason that my family has a website is because we discovered through genealogy that my great grandfather was killed by Memphis police back in 1939 and faced no justice, neither local nor federal. And a lot of us have stories like this where it's either police harassment or things like lynching, where it's racism heavily involved in the killing of someone or the harm of someone and facing no type of restitution. As Marduk been said, I swear I miss me some Ellie. Hey, I've been having the time of my life, so I understand. I enjoyed my peace way more than dealing with social media stuff, because like having the live chat and like talking to y'all in the DMs is all cool. It's just the opposite side of that. Oh Lord, no, it was so blissful. So I'm glad to be back now, but I needed that good 11 months. I had a very good digital vacation. So, but I appreciate you though. I really do appreciate it. I'll be much more active, of course, for the members, but as far as whenever I do live streams, I'll be active for y'all in the live chat. Some of y'all know I haven't gotten back to your comments still. I still haven't gotten back to your comments. It's been years and I have not gotten to all comments, okay? I tried so hard. I was like, this year off, I'm going to reply to all the comments and then I'll be fresh and I will have even more comments. I still have comments. I did not realize I missed that many comments while I was active. Win, bro. This is hilarious. It's Marduk said, LOL, I get it. Your peace matters. For real. And so does yours. Everybody's peace matters. I'm a chill person. At the same time, it's like things like social media, connecting with people at mass, even being a public figure, it comes with a lot. So even though I wasn't here on social media, I was in the media. You get what I mean? Like articles written about my family. We were on, like I said, WKNO. Two colleges, two universities have had our information docked, and so therefore, it has still been a lot. So if I can do important things and still have media without dealing with the craziness of people, and to an extent, it's still craziness of people, but it's a different type. Okay. Hey, everybody who's on Instagram, make sure y'all come to YouTube for me to reply to comments. Okay. Um, with that information that we learned about my great grandfather, we have discovered even more information about general things. So a lot of you guys know I am from Memphis. I have lineage in Tennessee and another southern state. And so when it comes to what happened within history, most of my stuff comes from the South. So it's a lot of country folk, a lot of country dealings. And when it comes to things that we research, it goes back to rural roots, rural ways of being. So on both sides of my family, folks were farmers. Okay, so I got to learn that. That was really cool to know and understand. Farming is in my family, in both of my lineages. It's like, oh, everybody's family was farmers. No, not necessarily. Not everybody came out of slavery farming. Some people got out of slavery. They got factory jobs, or they started their own businesses doing something else. But on both sides of my family, around the same generation, people were farmers. So it was real cool to learn that. And so, considering that much, see, that's the stuff I'm talking about. I think that's what I think it is, and it's the fact that it came up while I was talking about it. Um, that synchronicity stuff. Let me see what it is. See, I knew it. It's the family farmers, literally. I'm literally getting a text message from the family farmers right now. That's just see. Look, when you're really in alignment, when you are in alignment, stuff like that is so normal. It's like I still get giddy about it, but it's like here I am bringing it up, and now I'm getting confirmations and text messages, and I got a document sent to me. So, there's a meeting that I have to review the notes on because family farmers, and so, all right, and so when you know who you are, you understand what your spiritual work can do. Okay. Mother. Hey, I just sent you like 3 or 4 texts back to back from my cousin or our cousins that sent the information about the Zoom. Okay, I got. I just want you to know I'm still at Central trying to get the situation out because it was money taken off the gift card, but they said they can't give me no refund. Okay. Mom. Okay, I will listen to everything. I am on live stream right now. You text me at the perfect time, though. I just can't finish the call at this moment. Okay, thank you, and I'll call you back later. Okay, bye bye. 7 viewers and 7 likes. I appreciate y'all so much. That's interesting. Okay. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's not my problem. Mango juice and guava juice. Guava juice. Okay. All right. Yes. So, like I said, family farmers, we got a whole situation going on. So I got to get back on that as soon as I get off stream. Okay. I told you my real life has things going on, and it's like I'm spiritual in real life. So when it comes to, just the stuff that comes with like social media, it's like, I physically do not have time for it. Like y'all saw me go through so much if you kept up with my journey. And if you have not understood, the issues I'm talking about with my journey, if you're new to the platform, welcome. I'm not going to be way too active here on this channel, but you can go through the archives and the old videos to understand, my spiritual journey, things I learned along it, and information that you may not be able to pick up on. And either other people's videos or your own self. I sometimes things are blocked within ourselves until we're ready, and sometimes it does take another person to activate it. And I am just going to remind you of something you thought about and you thought you were tweaking. I'm here to let you know you're not tweaking, and that's 9 viewers or 9 likes in the chat. Okay, like we are in alignment for sure. And so if you go on my playlist, you'll be able to see more information on my playlist, and why I left social media in the first place, and the deeper reasonings behind a lot of the decisions that I made in this transition. And so what happened is that in 2024, I was doing a lot of spiritual work that you guys weren't aware of, because again, social media is not your spirituality. Okay, I have a platform, so I was doing some rituals with you guys. I was doing some work with you guys. I was doing magic. I was doing readings. I was doing a lot of things with you all here on the screen. I also did my own personal stuff that I did not share anything about. So, what was that work? As y'all saw on my screen, let me show you again. Okay. I'm gonna make the picture big for you. These are herbs right here. These are herbs. And that is my great grandfather's gravesite. Y'all funny, bro. I was trying so hard not to read the comments while I'm focused. I couldn't do it. I had to look. It got funny. So that magic was, I took some herbs from a tea mix that I had, and I meditated over it. I wrote my ancestor's name on this packet that I had to hold the herbs in, and I did the meditation, as y'all saw. And then I placed the herbs right in front of their stone head. So this is me doing the meditation. And I have the herbs in my hand before I place them. And so I was documented by a professional photographer and podcaster doing magic. Okay, like this is what I mean by be spiritual in real life. Do not be afraid to hide who you are from people. Do not be afraid to think it's too taboo. My nigga, it's 2025, and that's why it's the reset. Okay, you can be who you want to be out loud. All right, I'm actively being praised for what it is that I do. People are celebrating me. It's not that I do it for validation. There's a difference between doing something for validation and doing it because it makes you happy and the byproduct of people celebrating you. There's a big difference. Okay. I'm gonna get to y'all's comments in a minute. Y'all, I swear. That's this why I like live streaming, because y'all always make me laugh. It's just I can't get distracted. I'm on a roll. What is important is that I got to honor my ancestors after doing all types of meditation. I did a specific affirmation. I said, bring it all to the surface. Like whatever was hidden, make the darkness bright, make the darkness light, bring it all to the surface. Whatever information was taken away, bring it back. Bring it all to the surface. Whatever my family needs, make sure you provide it. Like me and God had it going on behind the scenes in 2024. So y'all saw my face in 2024, but you did not know I was bringing this man back to life. Of course, he's still in his grave, but now his story is alive. So with that being said, I also have an essay series that I wrote on my family. So everybody who's on Instagram, if you're leaving comments, I am reading the comments here on YouTube. I have like 4 devices active right now, so I'm focused on the comments too. I ain't even got back to the YouTube comments yet. So please leave comments on my YouTube channel. The information is in the pinned comment. Okay. Thank you so much. So when it comes to my work that I do, I am very heavy in ancestor veneration. And so I believe everybody should practice ancestor veneration. If you go to my playlist, like I said, to catch up on the content on the channel, I have a playlist called Caucasian Ancestral Connection. And that's where I help Caucasian people. And it's like, well, why help Caucasian people? Okay, I would like to understand who y'all think the slave owners were. So, you know what I'm saying? If I can help the white people out, they can help me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find y'all's family heirlooms. I'm trying to find y'all's passed down genealogy as well that wasn't documented in books. And folks still got that stuff in those houses. A lot of these houses have not been touched in a century. So if we can get the information, I'm gonna get it back to y'all too. Okay. I'm not just here for myself. I'm sharing these resources for everybody to be able to be helped out. I'm not here to be selfish. Hey, here are these resources, whether they're free, you got to pay something, you got to pay a little bit, you got to pay a lot. At least you know about it. Okay, that's the type of time I'm on. So, first daughter of Daryl Hatley Sr., second granddaughter of Philip Hatley. And if y'all remember, I did an interview with my dad. So that was part of my work. Okay, understand, I'm very methodical. While I'm doing my meditations and my affirmations and whatnot behind the scenes, I did introduce you guys to my lineage, to my family already, because my dad does a lot of activism work. And so I wanted y'all to understand, be spiritual in real life. Do your work in real life. You do not have to be a spiritual guru on whatever social media and think you have to have a bajillion followers in order to be legitimized. You're legit in your own life, okay? Okay. My dad not even on social media, and he know more about spirituality than all these hotep niggas on the internet. Okay, okay. Tiara Elise Hatley is a published author, private equity owner, and researcher. Her efforts for community activism lie in the understanding of community infrastructure as she pursues her career as a behavioral financial analyst. She took psychology at University of Memphis during her homeschool high school dual enrollment classes and seeks to understand and share her findings of how to secure and manage generational wealth for Black families. She is the mother of and homeschools her son Malik Jr. She is now married to Tamir Weimer, who owns the nonprofit North Star Institute to assist youth with cultivating and using their gifts at yournorthstar.org. He attended the Juneteenth event with the family to support Tiara and spend time with her, Elena Curran, and Lydia Beale, with others on Beale Street. Okay, let me get to y'all's comments and I'll continue reading in a moment. But that is part of my bio. You know what I'm saying? It's like, be spiritual, be who you are in real life. Do not think you're limited to posts on the internet. Do not think you're limited to your phone. Do not think you're limited to any sort of digital device to show that you're spiritual. You don't have to show anybody that you're spiritual. I didn't even have to get photographed doing that. I was do it anyway, whether they took a picture or not. You know what I'm saying? I did not record it for content. I spent a lot of time this year just not recording any sort of content. You get what I mean? Because I could have recorded content and then came back and showed everybody. It's like, this is what I did in 2025. But instead, I just kept it to pictures. You know, I took some videos for things that I found to be important, but I wasn't recording content of my life. I was just living. All right. All right. Let me get to y'all's comments. Lord, y'all finna have me rolling. Let me see if I can read all these. Hopefully I can read all your comments because I'm trying to use this new device and I may not be able to use it how I want to. But anyway. Okay, there we go. All right, S. Mardu Bitch said, still doing your thing behind the scenes. I get it, sis. LOL. LOL, this stuff literally just in you. Tierra Two Crowns said, you are glowing. You're definitely reset. I appreciate that so much. I really do. Is Marduk Bitch said, LOL, LOL, you know we rock with you no matter what end. You crazy, but the good kind. That is a fact. That is a fact. I appreciate you appreciating my authenticity. Yes, absolutely. Oh, when laughing. It's Marduk, but you can say that again, Tierra. Oh my gosh. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. I see that comments are okay. Let me wait on that. I see that comments are coming in on Instagram. I am reading comments on YouTube specifically. The information is in the pinned comment. Okay, I can't read the comments on both devices right now, so please leave comments on YouTube. Y'all are so funny. Tierra said Marduk with the laughy face. Marduk said, LOL, just saying. She done went in and out. Hold on. Okay, hold on. She done went in the cut and popped out on live, like, look at my glow up, motherfuckers. No, that's funny. It popped out on us, like, look at my glow. Yo, that's too funny. Ashe Goddess talk that talk. LOL, it was both of us, honestly, but I definitely respect everything you're doing. LOL, really shit ever being said. I appreciate that so much. I really, really do. Appreciate it a lot. Okay, let me finish reading this and then I'll get back to any new comments that are coming in. Everybody on Instagram, see, we got viewer in here. If any comments are coming in on Instagram, please put the comments on YouTube, on Sovereign Empress channel. Okay. So here's the most important part. This is what I mean by be spiritual in real life. Okay, be spiritual in real life. What's happening here? Hold on. Okay. Tiara and Tamir are deeply spiritual individuals rooted in the Bible. Their biblical beliefs continue through their community work. They met along their spiritual journeys in their early 20s, which is how Tiara discovered her gifts. Tiara's gifts can be observed in her writings as she communicates with the other side when necessary. Her spiritual gift developed through advocacy of New Age idealism, as they are truly ancient arts and not new at all. She created the hashtag New Age Investing Homeschool Kit to tie in her teachings of spirituality and finance systems. She also created the BDRE Homeschool Kit and published Bird Dog Real Estate, Everyone Could and Should Own Real Estate book, which has its own movie coming out soon. That movie has been filmed. I have two parts of it completed. Now, as far as like editing, I haven't edited it yet. But if you're on the Marine Flow website, I have sent the raw cut footage on there. So everything that is laid out, I have posted that. Well, not posted. I have sent it to people via email who have a subscription to the Marine Flow website. There are free options for a subscription, so you can join the website without a payment and still get that type of information sent to you. Excuse me. So yeah, two parts of my movie have already been shared. You know, the whole movie isn't quite put together all the way yet. And so, I'm not reading comments on Instagram. However, I peeped by accident and I saw something. Y'all gotta give me a second. Oh my God. Okay. That's too funny. I might have to screenshot that one. I might have to read the comments out loud. I'll probably read the comments out loud to y'all when I get done so y'all can read. But okay, but yeah, that's what I mean. Be spiritual in real life. 10 viewers and 10 likes, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Be spiritual in real life so that you can do these types of things where you can start, whether it's a business, you can document your work, you can publish your work, you can start a nonprofit organization, you can start anything academically. You can just help people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do content creation, you can if you would like to. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be limited to anything. You can do whatever you want. By tying her understandings of spirituality, finance, and Black American history, Tiara has found a way to integrate living legacy with education and value growth. Her goal is for everyone to share their story and not be silenced like her family was for so long, while creating outlets to help the community and produce art. She performed her poem, This May, Willie May, at the Black Lives Matter Grassroots Memphis chapter launch party, February 2025, and Say Their Names Monuments event, Juneteenth 2025 event. She has an essay series and biography coming out soon about the family's discovery. You can subscribe to this website on the homepage for updates on that. She also has marineflowblog.com where she hosts her essays and blogs. Okay? So, you know, I'm not saying you have to do everything exactly how I'm doing it. It's just you find what it is that, of course, you're gifted at, but you also discuss and share what it is that you would like for other people to have a better understanding of. So I'm speaking from a personal perspective to be an example. At the same time, make it your own. Take what I'm saying and make it your own. You do not have to copy paste. You do not have to flip what I did and try to find a way to do what I did. No, just take inspiration and be like, okay, I can do whatever I want. Let me do this. Let me do that. I probably haven't even given an example that you may be interested in. I don't necessarily play a lot of instruments or anything, but if your gift is playing instruments, and you may not be a writer, but you may know frequencies and hertz and whatnot, so you know how to play instruments and be in tune a certain type of way. You may be more into cosmetology, so you could specialize in a certain type of way of doing cosmetology that helps people and intentionally helps their health. um, you could be into fitness. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of different examples. Tiara also followed in the footsteps of her great great uncle James Hadley by sending a letter to the president. James sent a letter on behalf of his brother Philip to President Roosevelt and received a response from his office saying the matter was for local government to handle. Tiara sent a letter to the White House to invite the administration to the Juneteenth 2025 event. President Donald J. Trump responded by stating all the goals and achievements of the administration that year. Tiara will continue this correspondence with efforts to integrate DEI SG as part of her private equity firm Stratagem. That can also be read on her website. You can find her letter and the president's response here. So if you go to that page, I showed y'all. I might have to link everything in the description box. Yeah, I'll do that. But if you go to philiphatley.org and you go to my actual family page, you can read my letter to the president and you can read his response. Yes, Donald Trump sent me a letter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I say I'm doing things in real life, I'm doing things in real life. Like, yes, I got a response letter from President Donald J. Trump. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like that happened, and I can show y'all the letter another time. I'll do that in another stream though. I just wanted to catch up with y'all, let you know what the heck has been going on in 2025 that everybody needs to pay attention to. So understand that when these things happen in one person's life, these things happen in everyone's life. Everybody shares the same reality. Your reality may be different from someone else. However, we all share the same reality. And then if you go back to these two streams I did talking about perpendicular reality, because a lot of people in the spiritual community talk about parallel reality and go to the other. No, you want a parallel reality. It's completely different. It's completely different. You want a perpendicular reality. You want a perpendicular, so that way there's this line going here with your old reality. Then you got a whole new reality going in an entirely different trajectory, an entirely different direction. And so my family was silenced by the media and probably intimidated and whatnot to not even share their own story with their family. What do you mean that there are drunk off-duty police officers that came and harassed the entire neighborhood and punched my great granddad in the face and harassed other neighbors too, and then shot him in the back in his backyard? What do you mean that story wasn't passed down in the family? What do you mean? What do you mean that everybody was scared to talk? Like, what do you mean that we didn't know this information? What do you mean that we didn't even have pictures of my family members until recently? What do you mean? No, that's that. No, all that intimidation stuff, all that being scared, all that being afraid to speak out. No, I completely changed the reality. I went into the spirit first. I communicated with God. I said, I'm ready to know this information and make everybody else aware of this information too. So it happened spiritually first, and it happened physically. Now, universities coming out and assisting with everything, and entire archival and genealogical organizations helping. That was a lot. I didn't ask for that. Having events in my great grandfather's name, I did not ask for that. But that's what happens when you take things to the spirit first and then you get your physical results. The physical results are always way more than you can even expect. As Marduk Biz said, what you were just saying about realities, all I got from it was thought of the multiverse and SMH. Yeah, Shanae added up. You can change your reality by asking it to be perpendicular. Like people saying, oh, you need to shift to your parallel reality. They're not wrong. But what they're saying is you're not going to change much. You're still going to be on the same trajectory to the same direction. And from my understanding, we're not trying to go the same direction as our old reality. I asked for a whole new reality and I got a whole new reality. That's exactly what happened. So I'm like, make this jump perpendicular, bro. I'm not here for the same old, and just a little bit different just a little bit of a shift. No, I need my entire reality to be different, and therefore now it is. So yeah, I'm gonna read the rest of this. Her mission. You can find the president's response and environmental efforts of Marine Liquidity Fiduciary Flow Private Equity and Research LLC, Tierra's private equity firm here. She's using her efforts to assist with water quality and XAI Colossus supercomputer by Elon Musk controversy as well. So, I just do what I do. Okay. I'm not just here to just be like, oh, I'm spiritual and let's meditate and light sage, you guys. Like, that's part of it. Then you have to do the actual work. I'm sending letters to Elon Musk. I'm sending letters to the president. I'm sending letters to the politicians in the city of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I I have a lot of family that live in the city of Memphis. So wherever I'm at, wherever I'm located, I'm always involved in Memphis news. Always. I didn't care where I was. I follow Memphis media on social media. I am on like email lists. It's what you need to do for your local area. You need to get on the email list. I'm on the email list for my other place of residence as well. You need to get on the email list. You need to sign up to whatever sort of subscriptions of local, I don't want to say public figures. Yeah, you need to follow local public figures who share important information. Okay, you don't just want to follow anybody because they entertain you. Those who are of high importance, whether they're political, whether they're involved in advocacy, if they are involved in anything professional that affects people in a big way. Like, I'm not an Elon Musk fan necessarily. At the same time, once he got on the stomping grounds of my childhood and where my family stay at, it's like, okay, now I got to be involved with this man. I really got to follow this man. I would, y'all know, if you watch my content before, I would bring up the fact that he's African American a lot, and I would laugh about it. But now I have to be serious, and now I have to talk to this man. I'm like, hey, so, people complaining, and I have a solution if you want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something to stay behind the scenes about and stay behind the witch's closet. Okay, like you gotta open up that door to not yourself but to what you have to offer, and let people know, like, hey, you need a more holistic way of approaching this situation, and I have a solution. It doesn't matter if these people have billions or millions of dollars. It does not matter, because at the end of the day, you could talk to whoever you want to talk to. You just have to find the way to contact them. If you send a DM to that was one of the things that was funny. Like I said, I have been talking to y'all off social media. So one person that I was calling, I was on a phone call with them, and they were like, you over here DMing the president. I'm like, DMing the president is crazy. But if you DM the White House, or if you send a DM to the president, more than likely they're not going to answer. But if you go by their means and channels of communication, whether that's through email, whether that is through a press release that's sent directly to that particular institution, and my method was sending a letter, whatever the case is, you could talk to whoever you want to talk to, whether you get a response or not. Okay. Marduk said, I get you because you definitely look way more happier and stuff. LOL. I swear you funny. Glad you got it too. And I appreciate that so much. Harlem said, welcome back, goddess. Oh my God. What's up, Harlem? I appreciate you so much. Peace to you. I have animals and they just farted. Oh God, they stink. Your booty stink. Why you fart next to me? Go to the other room. Your booty stink. Hey, what's up?
I was confused. What are you talking about?
He farted.
What?
He farted. And his booty stink. You don't smell it?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay, breathe. All right. So, yeah, I'm pretty much done. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to speak from a place of example. So, my personal life experience is not the 2025 reset. I am a reflection of what is happening in totality. Okay. So, we had the president come in, he took away like DEI stuff, and I provided a solution for DEI to ESG. I'll be explaining more of that stuff for the members, because most of y'all don't care about none of that, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, Let's just be honest. Some of y'all just want to see my pretty face and just be like, hi, Ellie, in the comment section, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I won't even bother you with the boring talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion to environmental social governance. I won't even do it. So I will mention it though, so you can get a better understanding if you would like to tap into the memberships. But I'm just prefacing. Most of that information will be in the membership. So, like I said, you can get access for 99 cents a month. As well to what else would I like to say to you guys before we go? Oh yeah, you can pre-order my book, Quadrillionaire Blockchain Derivatives Goddess. And much gratitude to everybody who ordered my first book too. Now this one, it's going to be backward text, but I'm doing my best. Oh, is that backward for y'all? It looks like it might be right. It looks like it might be right. Okay. Yeah, y'all can read it. Yay. Okay, so Quadrillionaire Blockchain Derivatives Goddess is an anthology of all the essays that are written on my website. So when I show y'all my blog on my website, you'll understand a little bit better why I have a separate book with an entire anthology versus buying the blogs by themselves. I mean, the essays by themselves from the blog, okay? So here on this blog that was published in February, you guys can make an account on the website and make your comments on the blogs if you would like, okay? Because the commentary, I will, like I said, YouTube's slow. I'm going to be slow on YouTube. I ain't fucking with Instagram. But on the website, I will get back to you in a very timely manner. Okay, I see the chat moving on Instagram. If you guys would like to comment and for me to reply to the comments, I am active in the comments on YouTube, okay? And so we have this blog here, Innovating the Educational Future, curating conversation topics for educators and professionals in school and the workplace, okay? So this is free. You can read this for free at the same time. All this is free information. And then you get down to, okay, you got pink right here. So what is pink? Pink is you can purchase the entire essay for $111. So why is it $111? Because this is primarily for institutions, businesses, individuals who have large conglomerations, organizations of people. And so their ease of being able to send a PDF or print it out, that is paid for with the convenience and for the education behind it, okay? So colleges, for example, archive industries, people who write their own books and they write their own essays. That's the type of investment that would be made. Okay, I see comments coming in on Instagram. Y'all, please go to YouTube. The information is in the pinned comment. Okay, I'm replying to comments on YouTube. Okay, so you have two pinks right there. You have a regular essay and then you have an AI enhanced essay. So why are there two different versions of it? You have written from the dome, straight from the brain, and then you have AI enhanced. And so that increases the price because a person can be smart. At the same time, we're going to utilize artificial intelligence, okay? It can help the writer learn more, and then it can also help the reader learn a lot more. So those prices are different. The anthology, the book, Quadrillionaire Blockchain Derivatives Goddess, is currently $33 to pre-order. Now, if you wait too long and you don't pre-order it, it will be $66. Isn't that a lot better than $111? Okay. And you get the AI version. So that's like $200. So instead of paying $200 for each and every single essay, you can get it for $33 currently, and it will be $66. Okay. So that's when you pre-order the book. You can pre-order it from marineflowblog.com. And you'll be able to read all my essays that I published in 2024. And that's the anthology of all my personal essays. Now, for the other ladies who have written, you will still have to purchase their essays unless they make them available by some other means. But mine will be available through the website itself as a book. And so, ladies, if you would like to do your own writing in whatever sort of industry or practice you have, you are welcome to write essays with Marine Flow Blog. Just like I said, type in marineflowblog.com. My live stream ended on Instagram. They said, nah, them people. Oh, I ran out of time. Yeah, I ran out of time. I didn't even get a warning. That's that booty stuff that be happening on Instagram. That's why I don't fuck with Instagram. Like, oh, I do not recall getting a warning saying I need to get off live, but that could be me. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, it got the live here. It's processing, so I'm gonna let that happen over there. Okay, so yeah, y'all can leave some comments. We could chat it up a little bit. I was gonna read to y'all all those comments, but I couldn't. They cut it off, so it just wasn't meant to be. I wasn't planning to read Instagram comments that way. But yeah, you guys can get the anthology with all my essays and the AI enhanced versions of the essays, so you can see what's in my dome and what it is I think and talk about. Otherwise, you can read the blog for free. Those are excerpts from the essay. So you still get a good chunk of information. You just don't get all of the entire essay. Every essay is at least 5 pages. So it's a lot of information that is being paid for when individuals actually download the PDF so they can print it out on their own, or they can send it to their entire classroom. They can send it to their entire school. So that is why the prices are different that way. So yeah, if you would like to, you can pre-order. But you know what I'm saying? That's what 2025 has been. Like, it's a very, very different energy than 2024 was. I've been enjoying myself all year, and I would hope that people have enjoyed themselves all year. The year is closing out, and it has been kind of scary for a lot of individuals. You watch the news, and this is where I would recommend you go ahead and start watching the news again. Watching the news is pretty important during this time period, and get more professional with your spirituality. Do I mean start a spiritual business? I'm not saying be a tarot reader, be a Reiki healer, or I'm not saying you need to sell crystals or crystal jewelry. I'm not saying start a spiritual business. I'm saying get more spiritual with your business. Take your spirituality more professionally. Okay. So like I said, high key recommend librarians. If you have a degree, especially if you have a degree, please go apply to be a librarian. Otherwise, find nonprofit organizations you can work with, whether you are volunteering or you do get paid. I understand we're in a capitalistic society in the matrix. This is how we heal the matrix. This is how we unplug people from the matrix. You put yourself where your ideal individual would be. So if you're helping people in a certain type of way, you can open up conversations in a professional sense about spirituality rather than feeling like you got to go be a street preacher. Nothing against the Hebrew Israelites. I'm just saying, that only gets so much kind of attention, where if you're having those one-on-one conversations with people at your workplace or in your volunteer space, you can definitely touch a lot of hearts and let people know, like, this is who I am. This is who my lineage is. This is why we are. And we just want everybody to understand and know these things. Okay. Okay. Marduk said, I love hearing your thoughts and opinions because you always have amazing ones. LOL. Well, I can't blame too much by being seduced by how pretty you look. Hey, and I use it too. I use it. People thought I was playing. Like the essays I was talking about, I have a whole podcast on Instagram. And I'm like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look sexy on purpose and charge these niggas. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? So I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm very modest over here. Can't nobody see nothing. I'm just pretty. Let me start my podcast again and start making new episodes for that one, the Tantric Time Lords. And if you want to watch it, it's called Tantric Time Lords. I do have it to where members can get access to the podcast over here. It's just way more expensive. If you want it for less, it's on Instagram, Real Talk with Ellie, talk with 2Ks. But yeah, heck yeah. LOL, y'all heard the lady IG people. Oh yeah, different people are coming in. The views on Instagram are way less consistent than YouTube. On YouTube, I can chill and talk to y'all for a good minute. On Instagram, that's why I'm not replying to comments on Instagram. People will pop in and pop out, and I don't like dealing with that. I like to sit down and just talk to the people who are consistent and actually interested in learning, and that's what YouTube is for. Instagram is for people who have like shorter attention spans. When laughing, Marduk said confirmation like a motherfucker. Laughing. When said you definitely do use it. It's funny. It's funny. And again, it's a gift that I was able to transmute and utilize for positive reasons. Because a lot of girls don't know how to use it properly. They use it, but they be hurting themselves in the process. And it's like, no, when you're given beauty, use it without hurting yourself. So you know, it's like understanding stage presence. This is how my stage presence is. I know how to be amongst people. I know how to look elegant and beautiful without it overshadowing the mission and what is necessary in the time. I'm not singing. I promise you I'm not. I am performing poetry. So yeah, you know, that's what you use beauty for, ladies and men too, guys. Y'all can be sexy. Y'all just need to make sure that you're not constantly like ripping your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to show your pecs and your muscles. You just have aura. Guys, you can be sexy and transmute that into your aura so that you can, whether it's attract things that you're looking for or just assist and amplify whatever is going on. Women attraction and male attraction are a bit different, but they do work similarly. We talked about that with like glamour magic. I'll probably make a playlist with all my glamour magic videos, and you guys can understand and go through all the glamour magic stuff to gain a better comprehension of attraction, being attractive, and how energy works around you. So one of the families that we did get to assist is Tyree Nichols. If y'all heard about Tyree Nichols, he passed away in Memphis because of police brutality, and that his mom came to the Juneteenth event. So it was really great to help honor him in his passing and to spread awareness and to get more information to the Memphis Police Department. And that's my dad on the other side of Tyree Nichols' mom. And so, we're all very, very serious. I made a stream one time and I was talking about performative activism. I took the clip of me talking about performative activism and I said, if you're a performative activist, you need to get kicked in the groin with ice skates. And I mean that shit. Like, I will kick you in the groin with ice skates if you over here talking about people's deaths by police and lynchings of black people and the erasing of history of black people, and you just up here yelling with a sign, and then when it's time to actually do work, you want to go home and not do nothing afterward. I will kick you in the groin with ice skates. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Marduk said they not lying, lol, and shit. I don't see how people are not soaking up this useful information. Lol, let's not forget you be having them bars too and use it for the right reasons. Yeah, I appreciate that. I swear I don't talk about my music over here. I really don't talk about my music over here. So for you to bring that up and remember it, I appreciate that so much. That is so great. Harlem said that's dope 100. Period. Appreciate you, Harlem. Marduk said, for real, like, damn, we need more people like her and her folks. LMAO, not the ice skates. Yes, ice skates. Yes, ice skates. Because think about it. You got people who show up to everybody's death, who make videos go viral off of news. And it's just like, what do they do other than make content? I took a whole year off of making content and I could have did it about my own family. So what are we actually talking about? I could have went live when I met Tyree Nichols' mom and been like, I could have been like, hey y'all, so I'm here with Tyree Nichols' mom. We in Memphis, we in the M, know what I'm saying? And so, we got this beautiful lady right here. She's mourning and grieving her son with all of us who have grieved from the unrighteous actions of Memphis Police Department. And we just want y'all to know that we out here in the community. And then never did anything again. Never sent her an email, never sent her a text, never checked up on her or her son's case, never did anything else. That's what a lot of these folks do. That's what they do. They do a photo op, they get some good stuff together, they get footage, and then they never do anything else. Where I have a biography coming out about my grandfather, my great-grandfather. I have this essay series that I just completed and it will be published soon. Let me see. like there's a pot. Actually, I need to show y'all the radio feature on WKNO. I ain't even pull that up. Well, it's on here. It's on this website. Let me we got a whole podcast about what happened. It's a 3-episode part. Our family is featured in 2 of the episodes that is being highlighted.
Mommy?
Yeah.
Has this gone bad?
Are you okay with cutting off this squishy part, or you just don't want to eat it at all?
I don't want to eat the squishy part, so can you cut it off?
Okay, I won't cut it off. I'm still on here. So if you don't want to wait on me, just you can use the knife by yourself, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, this is the flyer for. Oh, well, let's just go through these pictures. And some of this stuff is on my Instagram, so y'all can go through my Instagram highlights. I did a mental health panel. So I like I said, I'm spiritual in real life. I was on the mental health panel, and I was talking about spirituality on the panel. Hold on. That's from the Juneteenth event. That's my dad, me and my son. So 3 generations. That's the flyer for the Juneteenth event. That is the Black Reparations Conference. And my dad was featured as a speaker there. So he was on the panel talking about his history in activism and in an effort to get reparations for those who went through tragic situations. So they flew him out. My dad got flew out to Oakland, California to go speak on behalf of our family, of course, and those who have suffered at the hands of Memphis police officers specifically, but, you know, police officers who have racist leanings, because in Tyre Nichols' case, he was killed by Black officers. But that doesn't mean, like, you know, they have racist leanings. So they were Black, but they treated the Black person as if they were a perpetrator, even though they weren't. You know, they still had racist leanings, even if they themselves are not a racist, because you can't be racist against yourself. But if you're upholding white supremacy through authority, you have racist leanings as a Black person. Oh, me and my dad were on the radio to announce the event. I'll probably like play that another time for y'all. I do all this stuff on the screen, but you know, my thing was messing up and I couldn't show y'all anything. This is the article. We were featured in the Daily Memphian. And so let me see. Can I do that in this way? Yes. Okay. So they got their own unique footage from the Juneteenth event. Ceremony remembers those killed by Memphis police. I'm gonna read the rest of the comments, but I like this one by Marduk. They're just basically putting on for their superiors. Exactly. So my dad was quoted saying, "I would summarize today as a celebration, a reflection, that these tragedies that have occurred can be addressed. The grief from the families of Garner and Nichols remained potent." So Edward Garner was one of the other victims of Memphis police, and his family was honored in both the Juneteenth event and the podcast as well. Nichols' stepfather, Tyre Nichols' stepfather, Rodney Wells, spoke to the crowd and was still visibly angry over the recent not guilty verdict in state court against several of the officers who beat his stepson, as well as the sentencing delays in federal court for those same officers, all of whom were Black. Me and my wife and my siblings and family has went through a travesty with this court system. There's no way in America, if you saw the video of our son getting beat to death, that you couldn't come up with a guilty verdict. While the Nichols case remains very much in the collective Memphis memory, the other two have largely faded. So basically talking about my family's story, it was hidden. It was literally hidden away. Like, people did not know what happened with my great grandfather. He was a veteran. He was literate. He was registered to vote. Everything that white people want Black people to be in order to be considered a civilized American, he was that. and they still killed him. Fought for the country, still killed him. You know, so that just goes to show it doesn't matter what it is you do. It doesn't matter what it is you do. The racism and systems that hold things in place, they will never they will never change. They just won't. So it's not to say, oh, give up hope and never do anything. It's just understand this with full context and then apply it to how you maneuver in life. The Hatley case seems largely unknown today, although that may be changing. The Civil Rights and Restorative Justice Project at Northeastern University School of Law has been investigating the case, and members of that project attended Saturday's event. Locally, the Institute for Public Service Reporting is planning to release a podcast on the case this summer. It came out like closer in the autumn time, but it is out now. The Hatley tragedy began that cold morning when two white off-duty officers, both of whom had been reported drinking, went to the Hatley home based on accounts of the case in the Commercial Appeal, which is a newspaper system. They misspelled his name. That was one of the reasons why the story was hidden. My family's last name was misspelled a lot. So instead of Hatley with a T, they put like the letter D, and it was his name's Philip with 2 L's. Sometimes they put 1 L. It was a lot. Okay. Marduk said, Target with the gems, gratitude. You a different breed. Yeah, look. And man, I am just part of this collective to be an example. And so people can either follow in my footsteps. I prefer people take their own footsteps. Putting up for the superiors, win with the claps, gratitude. Marduk said to the cops, they can't do no wrong in their eyes, even if they know they're in the wrong. Yeah, and that's unfortunate with the fact that the law tends to be on their side just because of what they represent, not who they are as people, but what they represent. So on WKNO, they put this picture here of me holding the herbs at the gravesite. So in the caption, it reads, Tierra Hatley visits the grave of her great-grandfather, Philip Hatley, at Memphis National Cemetery. And then for the actual podcast, my poem is featured here. I'll play a little bit of it because I want to. Oops. I think I have a video clip of it, actually. So I don't have to get it on the computer. Okay, I hope. Where is the microphone on this thing? I really don't know.
There are more of us. We just gotta find them.
For Tierra, Philip Hatley's story even connects family members with those who have already passed on. It's an idea she's explored in her writings, like this poem.
This is my ancestry. This is what I'm about. My bloodline. Philip Hatley and Willie Mae. My great-grandparents, speaking their dismay.
Her own generation.
And now my lineage. We are descendants. We held on to the truth, and now we're reaping benefits. The restitution of the truth is uncovered. We're a silenced family line. We're vindicated. We're discovered.
And will be important for healing the generations to come.
This his story. What was her story? We can find out as we gain clarity. Don't worry, Willie Mae. Healing your dismay. I'm gonna channel it from the heart waves.
This whole thing was so fun. Like, I kid you not. Like, that's so it's like, well, what were you doing all year if you weren't on social media? Nigga, being a celebrity? Like, what the fuck? It was so much fun doing everything this year. And so that's the thing. So by the time I get back to, the important stuff that I have shared here on this channel, like the stuff that I have to take care of, I will have the type of reputation that people are going to be very, very upset that they ever even said anything about me. Like even people who like made live streams about me who said lies, you know. If people talk about me, that's fine. I don't mind people talking. But if people said lies and defamation of character and tried to do bad things towards me, oh, 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 yeah, no, 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 no. You mess with the wrong motherfucking one. I'm not just some Instagram bitch, okay? I'm a real spiritualist, and I got history in the media, okay? Like, no, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again. I've been in the media my whole life, like before I was born, of course, with the thing that I read to y'all about my great grandfather. But even on my own, nigga, I'm in fourth grade. Hold on. I'm in fourth grade with this shit. Okay? I do not have time. I have no time. I do not have any time for all the shenanigans and foolery that happen and people thinking that they're not going to get no type of payback for that. I was quiet for the time that I needed to be quiet, but yes, best believe those who I said that I'm handling legally, I have been in contact with some of you. I appreciate you for contacting me directly so I can get certain things squared away. But the rest of y'all, I'm still coming for you. I just needed time. I got other cases open too for other situations that I had to take care of. So finally, I was able to deal with those things. Don't think that y'all safe just because you think I said I'm gonna take care of you for clout. I didn't. No, that was not for clout. I just haven't done all the stuff yet because it's a lot of paperwork. Y'all doing legal stuff is so much paperwork. It's so much paperwork. Y'all know this, but it's just being in it and taking care of it. Yo, it's so much paperwork. So don't think I forgot. I sure didn't. And anyway, yeah, that's what's been going on here. Do y'all have any questions or y'all want to just share anything? Because I'm gonna wrap up. Mardu said, "LOL. Long as you having fun, that's all that matters." Because yes, we came here to do stuff, but we also came here to enjoy the experience. Exactly. When Wortman said that was dope. Gratitude. Mardu said, "LMFAO. Tell him, Ellie." Brandon Miller said, "Me too." Marduk said, "I don't doubt it, but overall, I did with you the best with this entire thing, goddess, and everything you pursue. I wish." Okay, wish. I'm assuming you meant wish you the best. Yeah. And I appreciate that so much. I appreciate all y'all, everybody who either whether you contacted me directly or not, when you're always a great supporter. So you know what I'm saying? Like much gratitude and appreciation to you. Marduk, I'm really glad to see you up on here. You're the main number one commenter for this afternoon. Is it evening yet? It's almost evening. It's just about evening, but this afternoon, I really appreciate your interaction, and I'm really looking forward to what's going on in the future. So just to recap and make sure that everybody understands. Hold on. Marduk said, "LOL, yes, I was typing too fast, and good to see you too." Yay, yay. All right, so everybody understands. I will only be doing these live streams because of YouTube policy. I would not be doing these live streams if it was not for the way that YouTube works and operates. I'm doing this so that I can keep the membership. All right. So everything that's in the memberships is available to you all. And I do have to do these public live streams to make sure that the members still get, whatever information that I have shared in the past or that I will share in the future. Because I don't mind sharing stuff to the memberships, going on. But as far as like public videos, I'm not posting any more videos at all. I have no reason to post any videos. I will only be doing live streams to make sure that here on this platform, we stay active, we stay open. I may post some shorts. I may. But as far as like regular, 5-10 minute long videos, no, we're not doing that type of content unless it's like absolutely necessary, but I doubt I'll need to. Now, other stuff that I'm going to be doing on YouTube, like for me, myself, I do have another YouTube channel that's my vlog channel. So it's the same as my Instagram. It's Real Talk with Ellie. Talk with 2Ks. And then I have, my real estate education channel, Bird Dog Real Estate. So that stuff will be updated in due time. And then I will have another project that I'll share in the near future. If you're already subscribed to that other channel, you're going to see it before anyone else. But I'm not going to say anything about it here right now. Just know I will be making more content that is free to the public. I'm just not going to do it on this channel. Okay, I will not be posting videos here on this channel. I will only be doing live streams just to keep things active here so that members can have access to those exclusive videos. Marduk said, take your time and do what you need to. Do what you need to. We're going to support you either way. Much gratitude. Sean Harris said, you're talking about the YouTube memberships, right? Yeah. So, I'm doing this public live stream so I can keep the memberships open. Wynn said, definitely good to see you, Ellie. Much gratitude. Okay. So, yeah, if y'all don't have anything else you want to say or ask, I will be going. And just another recap. What happens in 2025 for the rest of the year? Understand that people's realities are getting solidified. Now, if you're a bit younger, you may not, have to experience it as significantly, but especially for those who are older, reality is getting settled. Okay, it's getting cemented. So if you're not intentionally mixing your cement, you can end up with a cracky, faulty foundation. Okay, and it'll be stuck because it's cement. You have to do a lot to repair cement. Okay. And even if you look at astrology, there's a lot of things that line up to why 2025 was the reset year. So look at your own personal astrology. Look at the star systems that are mentioned in the Bible, in the Quran, if that is what you read as a historic or a spiritual text or a religious text. Ask other individuals who have that type of knowledge or information. Why is 2025 so significant? Why did all this crazy stuff happen this year of all the years? Because it's like we had 2020. We were like, it can't get no crazier than 2020. Everybody was proven wrong. Everyone was proven wrong. It's like, you know what? Something can't match 2020. Okay. And so look into your own personal life, see how your own patterns have lined up to either changing or evolving to evolve your reality. And if things haven't changed, because this actually happened on Instagram. Hold on. I won't be able to find it. I'll be able to find it, but it's going to take too long, and I'm not trying to stay on here. I was added to a group chat a couple of weeks ago, or removed from it, something like that. I wasn't active, but I read back through the messages, and somebody was like, everybody been doing the same thing for 5 years. We need to do something. Talking about getting land and all this other stuff. And it's just like, no offense, I'm off that train. That whole going off grid thing, I'm not doing it with people. The process for me now is different. So if people wanted to go off grid, I'm not saying you can't now, but you should have actually done it a while ago. You should have realized that people were not cooperating. So just, if you're going to do it a different way than trying to gather people from the spiritual community. People are just not serious. They're not. And even if they are serious, there's so much spiritual warfare that happens where there is so much happening where the spiritual community could not come together. So as you can see, I've been dealing with my family, my blood relatives, and we were able to get things accomplished. And it's like, okay, well, that's my sign. That's all I need to see. I'm done trying to work with people. Unless someone is a relative of mine, there's no need for me to do anything with them outside of selling a product. You know what I'm saying? I can share information publicly, and I can be an author. I can sell my books. I can do these things. But when it comes to, oh, let's have a partnership. Mm-mm. Sean Harris said, okay, gotcha. What's your other channel? Real Talk with Ellie. Same as my Instagram. Talk with 2Ks. But yep, if that is it, I might play around with this. In a second, schedule allowed engage with the audience. Okay. We can do Q&As on here. We can do polls now. That's cool. Okay. All right, I'm just looking at this and Oh, that's dope. Okay, cool. Timestamps. Oh, you can put the timestamps of the comments. Oh wow, YouTube done upgraded. Okay, yeah, I hadn't been on here all year, so I don't know about nothing they got going on now. But yeah, it's been an hour and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I'm gonna be live again this week just to catch up and then have another topic of discussion of I'll go over again the things that I've been doing over 2025, but more importantly, making it relatable to everyone else. So yeah, Shalom, Rainicorns. I will see you in the next one. Thawada. And that means thank you in Hebrew.